I'm going through the line at Chick-fil-A one day, and it's in the summertime. It was super hot. I had on a little sundress and I had on sandals. I remember this. This is information you're going to need later. So I'm in the drive-through and I'm sitting there. You know how it's got like a double line? Well, I noticed that there's a woman next to me in like a minivan, and her car won't turn over. Like it had died right there in the line, and she can't get it cranked. And she's just sitting there freaking out, like, what am I going to do? I'm stuck here in this drive-through. I also noticed that she has a kid in the car, and kind of see in the back seat, and he's like crying and stuff. And I was like, oh dear. Well, I am notorious for helping people like get their car out of the way, like pushed out of the road, or if basically push out of the road. That's what I'm notorious for. I will help anybody push a car because I've been there. So I was like, okay. So I noticed that the line isn't really moving that much. I'll go ahead and put my car in park. And I said, okay, I'm just going to get out and I'm going to help her push her little minivan off to the side, so at least she's not like blocking the line. She can call somebody and get some help, right? Good idea, right? So I get out of the car and she's like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. And then her kid is out of the car and he's coming over and he's like, I'm gonna help push too. And she was like, no, like you just stand over here and we'll handle this. So she's up there by the driver's side, like walking, pushing right there, and I am behind her just pushing her vehicle. Well, as soon as we get it like going out a little bit, we realize that we're going downhill and it's going faster and faster. And she can't reach the brake right there to just like press it so that the minivan will stop rolling like out of the parking lot into like this wooded area. She said, I can't stop it. I can't stop it. And I made like a little mental calculation. I looked at how far we had to go before it crashed. And I looked at my shoes, which were the cutest little flip-flops. And I said, move out of the way. And she just listened to me. She moved out of the way. And I ran up there and I stuck my hand onto the brake. And it stopped right before we hit those bushes. Y'all, it was a rush. It was a rush. Then I have to go get my car because my car is still sitting parked there and the line is moving. And so I run back and I hop in my car and I was just like all this adrenaline, like, whew. And like everybody who was in the line witnessed the whole thing. They saw it. If you were there, let me know how amazing that was, because it just blew my mind. And when I got up to the window, they were like, the person in front of you paid for your meal. I was like, damn straight they did.